Trump's not going to sit by like Biden did and just ignore this. With me now is Eli Tzivos, a Jewish UCLA student, and Netanel Crisp, a Jewish student who just graduated from Yale this week. Both of you have had to deal with this issue on campus. Eli, let's start with you. First of all, are you surprised that this is what happened last night? As tragic and horrific as it is, given what you experienced, you were physically attacked, you say, are you surprised?
No, the harsh reality is that I'm not surprised, right? We've known this for a long time, that people who shout Free Palestine, what they want to see is the complete eradication of the state of Israel, the genocide of Jews around the world, and frankly, the destruction of Western civilization, right? I mean, anti-Semitism has been on the rise in this country by 900% in the last 10 years. And most of that hatred, it's not coming from the far right. It's actually coming from the far left, which is crazy. You know, politicians like AOC, Ilhan Omar, Rashida Tlaib, promoting Islamic jihadist ideals. It's shocking. And as citizens, as Americans, as patriots, we have to take action and vote them out.
Well, despite what happened yesterday, the pro-Hamas crowd was actually back in action today again. Watch this.
We got to support our people locked up, our political prisoners. That's exactly what he is.
He shouldn't be jailed for advocating for something, especially something as moral as an end to the genocide.
Netanel, they say they're just advocating for humanitarian relief for Gaza, to what they call the genocide. The left is saying this is a crackdown on free speech and should never be something that our government pursues. Your reaction, given what you experienced at Yale?
Yeah, absolutely. As Eli said, this is a all too familiar story for us. We've experienced for thousands of years as the Jewish people are continuously scapegoated to justify atrocities committed against us. And that's what we observed last night as we saw two innocent people gunned down in the nation's capital, a place that's supposed to be the safest place for us. And unfortunately, this is something that us as Jewish students on America's college campuses have become routinely aware of, as the most elite elements of our society have been spearheading and promoting this type of incitement for violence against us and against our friends and against our peers. And as Jewish students, we face these types of death threats, and now we've seen how they manifest in real life.
Well, according to a senior education department official, there were almost 200 complaints regarding anti-Semitism filed with the Education Department's Office for Civil Rights. They were left to unresolved under the Biden administration. I don't know if that means unaddressed completely, and maybe some of them were exaggerated, but 200 complaints, Eli? What is this?
It's not surprising. We had an incompetent president for a long time. It's good that the Trump administration is finally doing something and helping Jewish students. It's a serious issue. I mean, it's dangerous, the fact that we have college students that are advocating for an intifada, because these are the people that will grow up, pick up a gun, and commit more acts of anti-Semitic terrorism.
Netanel, do you believe the goal here, because I always like to go into the deeper goal of what these people want. They want to drive Jewish students off campus of a place like Yale or, you know, UPenn or any of these other schools, and drive them to their own communities. Is that not what's going on here? They don't want you to feel safe, and they're going to tell you you're not going to be safe if you mingle amongst us.
Absolutely. As I face and my Jewish peers at institutions across the country have faced in the last 2 years, we are being systematically excluded from our university spaces. We're being blocked from attending classes, from walking over campus quads and things of the like. And this is, again, something that we've observed in the past. The Nazi regime carried out very similar tactics in slowly removing and filtering out Jewish presence in these spaces, and to vilify them in an attempt to justify these types of actions against them. And we're seeing that now becoming mainstream here in the United States, and it's being, again, perpetrated by these academies, by these professors, by these students who are proudly chanting for the globalization of the Intifada and the mass murder, thus, of Jews.
Literally supporting our enemies. Eli and Netanel, thank you for telling your story tonight.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.